The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent and accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Dockey, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside beautiful Arrington Ice Arena for ACHA Men's Division II Ice Hockey. Up in the Braesway Grandstand, I'm Calvin Keys, getting set to bring you the action here on Adrian College TV as Adrian College hosts Denison University. The Bulldogs lost in OT 4-3 against the Big Red last night in Newark, Ohio, but tonight they are back in Lenawee County looking for revenge. Now a look at tonight's starting lineups. For Denison, their forward unit will be Finn Lewis, Thomas Wraith, and Ethan Whip. On defense, Oliver Janot and Martin Lempia. And in net for the Big Red, Brennan Holmes. For Adrian, their forward unit consists of Will Nicholson, who scored a hat trick last night in Newark, George Supp, and Matthias Mock. So 2 checks on that forward line for the Bulldogs to start. And on defense, Adam Hoff with Sean Potts. And in between the pipes, Peter Supp. George and Peter, both brothers from Czechia. They'll be joined by their countryman, Matthias Mock. Denison wins the opening faceoff, and we are underway here at Arrington Ice Arena. Denison in the red, Bulldogs in the gold. Back for this puck is Hoff. The freshman loses his balance. It's picked back up by Denison. Wraith back up to the point for Janot, a long shot that will deflect wide. Acquired by Nicholson, who gets it out to safer pastures in neutral ice. Denison looking to work it forward. Potts engaged in a battle with Whip. Nicholson working along that far wall, trying to get it out. A hard collision laid by Yuri Supp. Mock looking to get it out. Instead, it's held in by Janot. Puck squirts out to the center of the ice. It can be poked forward by Wraith. Stepping up to pick it up again is Jeannot. Along the boards. Taken here by Kaplan. Supp has it for the Bulldogs. Still Adrian unable to clear their defensive zone. Potts given some trouble. Denison picks it up. That was sent towards the goal by Fisk and paddled away by Peter Supp. Freshman getting the nod tonight after Alex Herman got the start. Let in 5 goals on 30 shots. And head coach Brennan Walker opting to go with Supp here tonight. Swooping in for the puck is Sincere Toto. Toto weaving up ice. And on the far wing, Toto centering feed was too far behind Dominic Malone. A standout on the ACHA men's Division III team last year who's gotten bumped up to the Division II squad and has had similar success. Lifted out by the Bulldogs. Sent up onto the stick of Trevor Seitz. He'll chip this one into the far corner. Centering feed. Rink had his stick tied up. Bulldogs pick it up now. Hoover working it out. Here's Ryan Hoover. Right up the gut. And it's offsides as Toto unable to get out of the zone. And here's Hoover getting a forearm shiver from the Denison players. See if any penalties come out of this. Hoover was engaged with the Denison player, and it looks as if both Hoover and Charlie Whalen for the Big Red will head to the penalty box. We'll see if it's offsetting or if we'll move to 4-on-4. And another Denison player heading to the box. Ben Farrell. Looks as if we will see a power play here for the next 2 minutes for Adrian College. Hoover goes to the box, but Whalen as well as Farrell. Denison will get the extra minor, and the Bulldogs go on to the man advantage. Play back to the point, and Potts gives it back to Sam Carper. Carper walking forwards. Goes down low for O'Bricky and then gets it back. Potts. Anderson O'Connor back for Potts. Bulldogs moving it around the perimeter. Denison will clear it. Thomas Wraith sends it the length of the ice as he was falling to the ice. Bulldogs power play unit will look to orchestrate a breakout. Here's O'Connor spinning around at his own blue line a bit awkwardly. Picks up the puck, crosses over the red line. O'Connor crosses over the Denison blue line. Gives it back for Carper. O'Connor and Carper playing catch. O'Connor lost the puck momentarily. Malone trying to find it. Now it's bumped back for Sam. Carper flips a wrist shot. Looking for the rebound there was O'Bricky. A swing and a miss. Still it's trapped in the Big Red zone. Kicked down by Carper. Potts just able to keep it in. Sean Potts tiptoeing the blue line. Walking a tightrope. 16:30 left to go in the period. Trying to pull off a toe drag was O'Connor. But Oliver Jeannot was not fooled, and he sends it down ice. Handled by Peter Supp, who will leave it for Will Nicholson, who, as we mentioned in the open, scored a hat trick last night in a losing effort. 5-4 OT loss against Denison yesterday. Nicholson. He'll move forwards. Plenty of space and time for the alternate captain. Nicholson feeds it back over. It's in front. Bulldogs can't capitalize. That was Mock getting the feed from Yuri Supp in front. Pass is fanned on by Cope, but still with it is Toto. Drop pass here. Nicholson walking in on the backhand, and that is saved by the netminder Brennan Holmes for the Big Red. Hoover will head out of the penalty box, accompanied by Ben Farrell. Staying in the sin bin is Charlie Whalen, who got the extra minor, I believe. But we are back at even strength. Denison able to kill off the penalty as the point shot from Cope whizzes in. Blocker save made by Holmes. Denison trying to work it out of their own end. Puck will fall here for Seth Kaplan. Kaplan up the middle of the ice, knocked away by Cope. Acquired by Preston Fisk. Skinner is pressured. Banks it over for Cope, came just outside the blue line. Denison will have to tag up. Lucas Cheris thought he kept it in. Here's Cheris back for it. Slides it across to his D partner, Nick Salerno. Puck finds its way to Cope. Fires in high off the plexiglass. O'Connor gets there. He's pinned to the wall. Racing back for it is Justin Rink. He's bumped into and taken down by Carper. Now back out for O'Rourke. Long shot tipped in front. That was off the glove of Holmes and right over the crossbar. Good chance for Adrian. Out shooting Denison 3-1 here in the early goings as a massive check is laid by O'Bricky. Still on top of the Denison player. We get a whistle. See what comes out of this. That was Greg O'Bricky. Absolutely rocked Duncan Humphreys and then laid on top of him for a few seconds. They're finally separated, and I think the whistle was for offsides. So play continues. Oliver Jeannot having a word with the official. Puck is won back for Andre Benda to chase. Benda sends it around the wall. Pass is intercepted again by Benda. Trying to shoot it out was Carper, and he hit the behind of Whip, who's in some discomfort. He'll head to the bench. Denison gets it back, sliding it forward for Seth Kaplan. Turns, fires, that's high and wide. Out into neutral ice. Jeannot is bumped into. Another hard check laid on the near wall. That was O'Bricky on Salerno as the Bulldogs get it out. And now a race. Anderson O'Connor, what a move. Cuts in, fires, it's saved by Holmes. Went off the left pad into the corner. Ryan Hoover returns it out for Zach Skinner. Plays across, long shot from Benda. No rebound coming from Holmes. And now some pleasantries exchanged in the aftermath. Charlie Whalen will exit the penalty box with the whistle going. He's done serving his double minor penalty. And with 13:31 left in the first period, we're still scoreless despite some quality chances for the Bulldogs here early on. Speaking to my broadcasting counterpart, Alex Herman, who got the start last night in Newark, Ohio against the Denison University Big Red, he said that Adrian was the better team. They just made a few poor decisions in the late goings that cost them. So if they play their game and stick to their guns here this afternoon, they should be able to come away with a victory. But Denison are no slouches either. A very talented team. They came back in the late stages, scored 2 third-period goals to tie things up, and then won it in sudden death OT. Bulldogs have to play a complete 60 minutes here this evening if they want to be victorious. Sean Potts holds the blue line. Denison looking to lift it out. Working at it is James Patillo. Puck slid through the legs of Humphreys. Spinning away from Humphreys is Adam Hoff. He's rubbed out along the wall by Patillo. Moving forward with it is Toto. Loses his footing. He's backed up by Hoover. Ryan Hoover walking in, has it taken away from him by Justin Rink. Denison still hemmed in their own zone. Had a chance to clear, but Trevor Seitz lifted it into the netting. So this draw should stay in the Denison end. Big Red are coached by Jeff German this evening. Bulldogs are coached by Brennan Wachter. Denison comes into this game with a 7-3 record. Bulldogs are 5-2. Nicholson turning away from pressure. He's so fleet of foot is number 7. Springing over to keep it in is Mock. Gets some applause from his teammates. Ice is tilted right now in the Bulldogs' favor. Poked forward by Mock. Sends it around the boards where it'll be acquired by Thomas Kresge. He's hit hard by Yuri Sup. Denison gets it out. Nearly a breakaway sprung for Duncan Humphreys. Bulldogs dump it back in. Opening up is Dowling. Was looking all the way down ice for Wraith. Benda will get there first, gives it a ride around the kick plate. Kicked out here, and Willie McGuire. Willie, he's got wheels, walks in, goes off the defenseman, follow-up chance for McGuire. And Holmes getting a piece of it. Brennan Holmes, the sophomore out of North Kingstown, Rhode Island, makes another stop. Here's Thomas Wraith up the near boards with speed. Wraith being impeded, drops it off, a shot into the chest of Peter Supp and held. That one whizzing in off the tape of Ethan Whiff. Draw will come up in the Adrian zone. Willie McGuire will oppose Preston Fisk on this faceoff. Fisk given a warning. McGuire wins it back. Stephen Cope high up in the air. It is ruled that it touched the netting, so it will stay in the Bulldog zone. 11:09 left in the first period. Calvin Keys here with you on Adrian College TV. Chancey Boyce, our director. Forrest Vernier, our cameraman. All Adrian College students here bringing you the action here on Adrian College TV. Men's ACHA Division II ice hockey. Bulldogs, Big Red, should be fun. Looks like that one went out of play as Cope tried to send it around. Stops and starts are the story early on in this game. Quick shot coming from Denison. That is saved again by Peter Supp. Face-off upcoming. Denison wins it forward again. A quick shot snapped by Preston Fisk. That is saved. And now bumped forward, and Cole Weber has it. Centered on for Willie McGuire. Working in is McGuire. He's dragged down. Hits the boards hard. Save is made by Holmes. No arm up in the air. And Denison heads back the other way. Here's Seth Kaplan's shot. Ramps off the stick of the defenseman Skinner and into the glass behind the goal. Willie McGuire got the worst of that collision as Denison tries another shot. Is deflected wide. Here's Dominic Yamarino, the captain. Drives wide with the puck. Yamarino again trying to usher it out front. Losing an edge there was Holmes. Now he'll jump up in the air to snatch up the puck for the whistle. Shot 7-4 in Adrian's favor. Head coach for Denison is Jeff German. Assistant coach Patrick Brighton. For the Bulldogs, they have head coach Brennan Wachter and assistant coach Brett Sewardson. Bulldogs win it to the wall. Griffin Clark. Sam Carper. Looking to center for O'Bricky. Potts will pounce on it. Griffin Clark in behind. Poking it for Carper. Caught in the skates of Sam Carper. It's picked up by Humphreys, who can't get it out. Good keep in by Potts as he gets tangled up with a Denison player. Exchanging pleasantries with Humphreys. O'Connor was looking cross ice. It's away from O'Bricky and maybe a chance developing for the Big Red. It's disjointed from them as well. And Thomas Kresge, the freshman defenseman out of nearby Ann Arbor, Michigan, will send it out of play. 9:35 in the first period. If you're just joining us, haven't missed too much. Still scoreless in this one. There's been chances. Willie McGuire was in on the breakaway. He was taken down. No call made on the play. Bulldogs had a chance on the man advantage. They were unsuccessful. Denison University made the 187-mile trip up to Adrian, about a 3-hour drive from their home rink in Newark, Ohio, about 30 minutes east of Columbus. Here for the second half of a back-to-back. Denison won it 5-4 in OT last night. Now Adrian looking to return the favor. Denison feed back to the point, split the defenseman, and now skating back for it is Jeannot. Oliver Jeannot, pressured by Malone. Lempia. Denison will clear it. Up ahead. Here's Thomas Wraith, weaving in his Wraith. Shields it, trying to keep it away from Benda, who got a good stick on it. Benda stabs it forward. Bulldogs looking to get it out. Big Red keep it in. Malone, good feed up for Ryan Hoover, walking in, trying to find Toto across. Hoover stays with it. He has it behind the goal. He's upended. Hoover getting a couple of cross checks. Andre Benda couldn't hold the blue line. Peter Supp is back for it. He'll find the tape of Toto. Matthias Mock weaving in. Pass was too far behind Yuri Supp, and it's picked off by Nicholson. Will Nicholson skies it over into the netting. Grade A chance for Nicholson, the alternate captain, junior out of St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Played high school hockey for University Liggett, one of the top programs in the state in terms of high school stick and puck. Whalen looks to go off the window. Instead, it's taken by Mock, trying to usher it out in front. Nicholson grabs it again. Will Nicholson, that is off the face mask of Holmes. Brennan Holmes has had his work cut out for him. Skinner, another shot. Deflected high. Holmes trying to track it as it went behind his cage. Now sent right back out into the high slot. Nicholson, is it in? It is! Will Nicholson gets the Bulldogs on the board off of the turnover. Didn't get the signal initially. Now we do. From the sound, it seemed like it may have rang the iron, but the referee, who was right by the goal, rules that it was in. And that's the first goal of the night coming from Will Nicholson, the St. Clair Shores product, whom we just talked about. Denison defense threw it right back out into the center of the ice. Nicholson turned and fired from the high slot and made no mistake. That's now 4 goals for Nicholson on the weekend, continuing his hat trick from last night. And this goal will stand. 1-0 Adrian College. They take the lead. They led for most of yesterday's game before Denison was able to tie it with just a few seconds left in the third. In fact, the Big Red scored in the final minute to force OT, where they eventually won. The Bulldogs have gained a 1-goal lead, but still important that they continue their play. Jeff German having a word with the referee. Explains the goal call. I wasn't able to see the puck cross the goal line myself. I guess you just attribute that to the velocity at which Nicholson snapped it off his stick. May have gone off the back bar and out. That would be my diagnosis based on what I saw and the goal call being signaled. Sounded like it rang iron, but it will count. Right pad save from Holmes, who turns it aside. Just conceded his first goal of the hockey game. Nice move by Seitz. Looks onward for Rink. Has it cut off by Weber. McGuire will bump into Seitz. Puck back out for Yamarino, who will make the safe play to bank it out to the neutral zone and go off for a change. Turning forward is Cheris. Potts opens up. D-to-D for Hoff. Now tipped onwards by Weber. It'll be covered by Holmes, and we get a stoppage with 6:58 left in the first period. Shots 11-4 in favor of Adrian. They have by far been the better side early on in this one. Seem to have something to prove after they fell last night 5-4 and OT. But tonight, the boys are back in town, and they have the first goal of this hockey game. Bulldogs win it back forwards. Creative play by O'Bricky to try to tap it forward to himself. Denison hit the official on the clearing attempt. Now they'll take it forward. Ushered on by Wraith. Potts will fire it back in. But it looks like we could have a Bulldog penalty. And we will have one. Anderson O'Connor going to the box for tripping. Wasn't able to see what the scenario was, but tripping is the call. And Denison, their first chance on the man advantage here in the second half of the first period. Denison power play unit heads out on the ice. Nick Salerno will take the draw against Sincere Toto. Salerno wins it back. Stooping down to try and keep it in is Kaplan. Now it's below the goal line. Cope is hit hard. It'll be lifted out by Sam Carper. Holmes way out to play it. Banked it off the glass, then may have gone off the official. Back deep in the big red zone. Dangerous pass, ill-advised, went off of Griffin Clark. Now moving forward is Fisk. Wraith working it forward. Cope tried to clear it. Instead, it will come back to a Denison stick. Kaplan, still, Seth Kaplan sends it across on the back door. A dangerous chance, actually ended up going into the skate of Fisk. Good opportunity and good vision from Seth Kaplan. Now it's the captain, Oliver Jeannot, looking to beat Skinner one-on-one. Skinner rubbed out on the wall. He'll get tied up with a big red player. Fisk looks back to the point. Carper giving Denison some trouble, but now they'll move forward. Jeannot, as he's falling, sends it in front, and Denison ties the game. On the rebound, it was Preston Fisk, the sophomore forward out of Lakeville, Minnesota. Let's take another look. Power play is disjointed. Penalty kill scrambling around for the Bulldogs. They can't find the loose puck. Jeannot sent it out front as he was falling. And Preston Fisk cleaned up the loose change to make it 1-1 in the hockey game with 5:27 remaining in the first frame. So Bulldogs' goal came from Will Nicholson. Preston Fisk returns the favor on the power play as Adrian goes offsides. Nicholson entered while Yuri Sup was trying to exit. Big answer from Denison University. Yuri Sup takes the draw and loses it against Justin Rink. Batted down well by Nicholson. Now across, shot right in front of Holmes, scrambling, trying to cover it. Puck's still loose, but the whistle blows. Good opportunity for Yuri Sup walking in and ripping one that was saved by Brennan Holmes. And Holmes fortunate to get the whistle. He did not have the puck covered. It was still loose around the blue paint. Denison catches the break. They win it over for Salerno. Cleared out by Seitz. Colin O'Rourke, a high pass over the stick of Nicholson. Icing waved as Salerno got there before it crossed over the goal line. Humphreys moving it forward for Rink, who pokes it to himself out of his reach. Peter Sup out to play it with the paddle. Follow-up shot is sent wide by Martin Lempia. Back out in front, dangerous chance for the Big Red. Duncan Humphreys taken down. Would have had a premium scoring opportunity. Mock will find Nicholson. High shot, ramps up and out of play. And then interestingly enough, as it went off the netting, it was gloved by Brennan Holmes. 1-1 still here in the first period. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the frame. Well, Will Nicholson got on the board today. And he is one of the team leaders for the Bulldogs in points. Played down low. Here's McGuire trying to slide it out front. Instead, the puck found its way to Thomas Kresge. Kresge, he'll drive wide, walks in, fires, it's over the crossbar. Acquired by Wraith. Yamarino with it in his skates, looking for the stretch feed. Would have had Cole Weber in on behind. And now maybe they have Willie McGuire on the break. Passes behind Yamarino, no offsides. Very close. Holmes makes the initial stop. Yamarino back out for Adam Hoff. Saucers for the captain again. Dominic Yamarino. Short little pass for Dominic Malone. Potts. Long shot deflected right in front of Holmes. Circled back in front by Yamarino. And finally, Denison will clear. Sean Potts is back for it to touch up. Icing against Denison. 3:22 remaining in the first period. Bulldogs versus Big Red here on Adrian College TV. Puck goes behind the net. Here's Wraith. Along the boards, it's acquired by Cope. Fans on the shot chance. Now moving forward, 2-on-1. Wraith sends it across. Finn Lewis had his stick tied up. Poking it out is Hoover. Denison sends it right back in. Denison will tag up. Skate to stick for Malone. Hoover trying to work by Janot. Malone back in, looked like it may have been offsides, but no whistle. Puck squirts out for Hoover, blocker stop, or perhaps a right pad stop made by Brennan Holmes. Hoover again trying to send it out front, banging away at it. Finally picked up here by Seth Kaplan. Plays it off the far boards. Big Red will have to tag up, they're offside. Dominic Malone. Tied for the team lead with 10 points along with Sean Potts. Malone has 8 goals and 2 assists so far this season. His 8 goals lead the team. Circling behind his own goal is Benda. Banked out, Salerno back in. Oh, a misplay by Peter Supp. Benda trying to clear out, another shot incoming from Rink that ramped up high in the air but will stay inside the rink. Benda snaps across for Cope. Banked forward. Now moving in is Greg O'Bricky. Had it knocked away from his stick and a huge collision. Sam Carper is rocked by James Patillo. O'Connor looking to work it out. Instead, the shot comes in from Seitz. Only made it as far as O'Rourke, who clears. And maybe a chance here. Anderson O'Connor, couldn't collect the pass cleanly. Now he'll poke it forward. Brennan Holmes sends to the far boards. Supp down low. Poked away by Nicholson, who has the only goal for Adrian so far in this game. Held in with the skate by Benda. Walks in, fires. Skitters wide. Final minute of play in the first period. We're all square at 1-1. A long shot. Deflected downwards. Benda down low. Nicholson. He pulled off the Michigan move last night en route to a hat trick. Looked like he may have been opening up for it again there. Tough move to pull off, but Nicholson made it look easy a night ago. Still, Will Nicholson. Now Yuri Supp. Good cycle here from Adrian. 30 seconds left in the period. Colin O'Rourke, left pad stop Holmes. Lifted out by Denison off the window. Race back for it. Final 20 seconds. It'll be icing. Big Red are unable to change. 20 seconds exactly left on the clock on Halloween weekend in Adrian, Michigan. The pep band here tonight wearing their costumes, getting in on the fun. Told that the winner tonight will receive a pretty big prize, whoever has the best costume, that is. Yamarino knocked over for Cope, a long shot tipped in front, they score! Cole Weber, the junior out of Shelby Township, Michigan, gets on the board, gives the Bulldogs a late first period lead. It starts with a clean face-off win. The long shot from Cope. Weber heading towards the goal, gets the redirect, and sneaks it by Brennan Holmes. Weber played his high school hockey at Eisenhower. And with 15 seconds left, Bulldogs go out with a bang in this first period. Denison, can they answer? Wraith has it knocked off his stick. Potts forward. chipped out by Yamarino. Brennan Holmes going for a stroll. Plays it off the boards. That'll do it for the first. Oh, a nifty little move from Holmes there. Can't see it on your camera. He knocked his water bottle up out of the top of the net with his stick and then caught it pretty acrobatically. I was impressed by that personally. So we head to the first intermission. Shots were 16-6 in Adrian's favor. Goals were 2-1 in Adrian's favor. Nicholson, and then just a few seconds ago, it was Cole Weber getting on the board. Preston Fisk with the lone goal for Denison. We'll be back for the second period in about 15 minutes time here on Adrian College TV. Stay with us.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
are back for the start of the second period here at Arrington Ice Arena as Sean Potts goes back for the puck. Maybe a wet patch of ice. Looks like he lost it. Denison trying to send it back out front. Played around the boards here by Adam Hoff. Big Red keep it in, but only momentarily. It hits another wet patch of ice. Hostile conditions out there on the playing surface at the moment as Denison sends it around the wall. Adam Hoff will go back to acquire the puck. Plays it around the boards for Nicholson. This one's angled out too far in front of the stick of Yuri Sup. Big Red looked to work the other way, but it's cut out by Hoff. Now fired in by Ethan Whip. Puck is played all the way down by the Bulldogs' Adam Hoff, and we get a whistle. Now let's take a look at our first period goals summary. At the 12:10 mark of the first, it took a while to find our first goal. At the 12:10 mark, Will Nicholson scores, assisted by Zach Skinner and Matthias Mock. Then Denison answered on the power play at the 14:33 mark. Preston Fisk got on the board, assisted by Oliver Jeannot and Thomas Wraith. And then with 16 seconds left in the period, Cole Weber scored, assisted by the captain Dominic Amarino and Stephen Cope. Good tip in front by Weber to give the Bulldogs the lead, and 2-1 is how things stand here to start the second. Big Red looking to work it out. Patillo gets it forward here. For Cheris, rips a shot that is wide of the right post of Peter Sup. Wrapped up here is Thomas Kresge, taken by O'Connor, who slides hard into the boards right in front of the Denison bench. Now Toto. Into the far corner, sends it in front. That took a unfortunate deflection off of the stick of Seth Kaplan, the defenseman. Down on the ice in pain right now is a Bulldog player. Doing some snow angels down there. Making the best out of what had to be an uncomfortable situation is Ryan Hoover. And now a penalty against Denison. Preston Fisk has their only goal so far. Now he'll go to the box. It's a penalty against Denison. Bulldogs head to the power play. A big night for sports here in Michigan. Michigan taking on Michigan State. Just saw a kickoff for that one. Still scoreless at the Big House. Hopefully have both these games on simultaneously so you can catch all the action. It's played across. Attempted pass from O'Bricky is cut out. Big Red sends it the length of the ice. Detroit Red Wings also taking on the Minnesota Wild this evening. They're tied up 1-1 after one period, as Sean Potts will go back to touch up for icing.
The Denison penalty is on number 8, Preston Fisk. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 1:34 in the second period. Fisk for cross-checking.
I'm a bit confused because we saw a whistle, but Denison is shorthanded, so they have the right to ice the puck. Maybe a bit of confusion there. Unsure, but we see a face-off in the Bulldog end. Potts fires a quick pass up onto the stick of Carper. We get a whistle, and looks like a Bulldog penalty. Your guess is as good as mine. Penalty box opens on the Adrian side. Yamarino looking for an explanation. Two minutes goes up on the board against Adrian. May have been a bench minor.
Adrian College penalty, call number 1, Peter Sup. 2 minutes for roughing at 2:03 in the second period.
So it was the Bulldogs goaltender, Peter Sup, that is called for roughing. Didn't see exactly what transpired, but we go to 4-on-4 play for the next minute and 15 seconds. Looking to cut back is Kaplan, but he lost the puck out front. O'Connor looking to put a deke on a Denison player. Comes back to the point for Cope. He'll pitchfork it down low. Salerno up the near boards, trying to work it out. Puck finds its way all the way back for Zach Skinner, who will look onwards again for O'Connor. Sends it around the siding. Picked up by Salerno, deals one into the middle of the ice. That's intercepted by Mock. Plays it across, racing after it, Skinner. Had an assist in the first period. Zach Skinner returns to the point for Stephen Cope. Walks to the middle of the ice, shot is wide. Still 4-on-4, another save made by Holmes. The follow-up from Skinner. Picked up again here by Mock. Cope winds, fires. Swallowed up by Brennan Holmes. 16:50 left in this second period. 25 seconds left in the penalty to Preston Fisk for Denison. And then after he is released, the Big Red will have about 30 seconds of power play time. The penalty to the Bulldog goaltender Peter Supp. Yamarino, the captain, serving it. Seitz trying to work it out. Benda along the boards, back into the far corner for it again is Seitz. Wrapped up by Nicholson, and it looks like it'll be a penalty against Will Nicholson. So another Bulldog going to the box. This time it's Nicholson, who had a hat trick last night, including a nice goal with the Michigan move. Has the first goal of this game, but he'll be booked for holding, goes to the box. So it is 4-on-3 for 9 seconds. And then we will have 29 seconds of 5-on-3 for Denison. And then about a minute 22 of 5-on-4 after that. Complicated scenario, did my best to explain it. Hopefully that clears things up. Oliver Jeannot, one-touch passing with Kaplan sent across, seeking out Ethan Whip, who whiffed on the one-timer. Poor pass from Denison that slides away. McGuire turning on the afterburners. He'll get there first, but can't play it cleanly. Defended by Jeannot, and Denison will move forwards. About 10 seconds of 5-on-3 before Yamarino gets out of the box. Driving wide again is Kaplan. He circles. Seth Kaplan, rink wide, picked off by Potts. Fires it down. McGuire getting there first. Down low, McGuire puts on the brakes. 1v2, McGuire staying with it. Great job on the kill. Gets some applause from his teammates by the bench. Wraith will bank it across, looking for Fisk. Fisk, a long saucer, intercepted by Potts. Finds the stick up ahead of Griffin Clark, the freshman, working in. Clark looking backwards, another chance for Cole Weber, and then another save made by Brennan Holmes on the attempt from Griffin Clark. What a stop by the sophomore out of Rhode Island. 6'2", 195-pound goaltender gets across to make a save. Bulldogs with a good chance, shorthanded. 50 seconds remaining on the Denison power play. 15:24 left in the second period. Bulldogs lead 2-1 over the Big Red, who defeated them 5-4 in OT yesterday evening in Newark, Ohio. Banked forward for Trevor Seitz to chase. Beats out Skinner in a race. Now it's stolen by Cope. Uses the boards to bank it down. Kresge gets there first as icing is waved. Takes a hit from Toto. Now up the near boards. Cheris cut off by Cope. Toto looking forwards. Kresge will turn ahead. Takes a bit of a hack there from Clark. Still Kresge staying with the play. He's rocked down on the ice. Denison sends it around, just out of the reach of Clark, who will give chase. Cheris looking to play it out. Intercepted by Toto. Has Nicholson returning to the ice. Bulldogs back at full strength after successfully killing off the 5-on-3 and 5-on-4. Nicholson has it. Pulls it into his body. That took a deflection off of the defenseman Kresge. Denison looking to work it out now. Cope plays it right back in. Adrian and Denison will both get changes. Shot is just out of the reach of Peter Supp. Cope over the NCAA logo inside the Bulldog blue line. A couple of players fall to the ice in a heap. Mock bounces across for Cope, who rips it in. Mock below the goal line. Sends it back for Benda, sticked aside well by Holmes. Malone. Angled off of it by Wraith. It goes into the apron of the net and smothered by Brennan Holmes. We get a whistle. 13:32 left in the second period. Adrian College 2, Denison University 1. Last season the Bulldogs went 15-8-2, and Denison went 10-16. So two teams that are looking to improve upon their records from a season ago. Rink wide, long shot, still in front. Holmes, he'll cover. As knocked over was Jeannot, the captain for Denison, in the aftermath. We get another whistle. Young teams for both squads. 20 of the 27 players on Denison's roster are underclassmen, including 8 freshmen for the Bulldogs. 16 of their 27 rostered personnel are underclassmen. So again, young up-and-coming teams for both squads. Benda missed the net with a shot. Sent in by O'Rourke. Lempia lifts one forwards. That is handled by Kaplan. Now ripped in by Fisk. Has the Big Red's only goal. Lempia spinning, keeps it in. Snapped forward for Malone. Both players missed it. That was Carper and Patillo trying to grab the puck. Out of reach for Benda. Now back forwards behind O'Bricky. Jeannot crosses over the blue line. Denison's offsides. They touch the puck. We will get a whistle. 12:33 left in the second period here on Adrian College TV. Calvin Keys with you, narrating the action. Chancey Voice directing, Forrest Vernier running the camera. Hoover will knock it forwards. Cheris. Back for Ryan Hoover. Hoover working in. Drives wide. Sends in front. Was looking for Anderson O'Connor. Toto picks it up again. Kresge is holding the stick of Hoover there. Entering the slot for the center of the ice was O'Connor. Holmes, the right pad stop. Battled for in the far corner. Pried loose by Hoover. Fanning on the shot was O'Connor. Denison just able to get it out. Adrian regroups and they'll go again. Centered for Hoover. Knocked out by the Big Red. Potts will have to be patient. And Toto took it in just a second before Anderson O'Connor could exit the zone. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. Interesting to note, Denison's John Yavari and Adrian's Joey Finfer were both ejected from the contest last night for fighting early in the third period, so they are not able to compete today. Both teams minus one player. Nicholson still have the same amount of personnel on their roster, just missing those particular players as the long shot is gloved by Holmes, speeding in off the stick of Benda. Left side face-off upcoming. Yuri Sup will oppose Wraith. Sup wins it, another drive heading in from Benda. Rinse and repeat. Holmes makes the glove save. ACHA Men's Division II Ice Hockey here on Adrian College TV, presented by the Carleton Lodge. Opening up and firing is Benda. Holmes, another stop. He's been peppered. 29 shots so far for the Bulldogs. Now it's 30. 30-7 the shots in favor of Adrian. They've come out on a mission tonight so far. Moving in is Whip. Save made by Peter Sup. O'Rourke got in a bit of an altercation with Whip. Bulldogs lift it out. Mock racing after it. Matthias Mock gets there first. Cuts backwards. Looking for Nicholson. Slid underneath his stick. Colin O'Rourke plays it back along yet again. Salerno. Now Fisk. Banked forwards for Finn Lewis, who will dump and change. Here's O'Rourke. Up ahead, Nicholson. Turned over to Preston Fisk. Moving wide, sends it through the slot. Nicholson lost it. Turning and firing was Patillo, and making the save was Supp. Turning and shooting it, Seth Kaplan. Jeannot will go back for it in his own end. Lempia directed forward. Smacked on along by Kaplan. O'Rourke up through the middle. Jeannot around the kick plate. Lempia collided with Yamarino, then a long shot whizzing in. No rebound conceded by Peter Supp. The freshman out of Velké Popovici, Czech Republic, will hold on. 9:49 left in the second period. And another penalty coming up against Adrian. Roughing penalty against Yamarino. We'll wait for it to be announced. Yamarino is also the man who usually serves other players' penalties, such as the goaltender or for a bench minor. So we'll see if it actually was his penalty or if he's just serving as a substitute for somebody else. It's fed over. Power play chance from Jeannot that is saved by Supp. And it is, in fact, Yamarino with the roughing infraction. 9:38 left in the second. McGuire winning it for Cope. Lifts it, knocked forward by McGuire. Lots of penalties for the Bulldogs early on in the game. Hopefully they can find some better discipline moving forward. Sliding forward was Wraith, lost an edge. Skinner races back for it. He'll shoot it all the way down. Good work on the penalty kill for the Dogs. Holmes leaves it for Lempia. Martin Lempia sends it off the skate of Wraith and forwards. Bulldogs return it the other direction. Jeannot deals it for Wraith, who's given some trouble on the wall by Cole Weber, who scored the second goal of this hockey game that currently serves as the difference. Turning forward, Jeannot has some room, dances in. Around the boards. Acquiring it is Whip. Ethan Whip pokes forward. Denison possessing, 30 seconds left on their power play. They play it down low below the goal line. Fisk turns and cycles. Opening up is Wraith. Now Seth Kaplan. Leaves it for Ethan Whip. Bulldogs clear it. Now Denison is going to have to tag up. And that will just about do it for the penalty to Yamarino. Successful penalty kill for the Dogs. Shot sails in off the stick of Greg O'Bricky. Holmes made the save, deflecting it high in the air. Denison will skate it out. Duncan Humphreys passes to Rink. Plays it in. Ice has been largely tilted in Adrian's favor. Good work from Denison on that power play, however. But the Bulldogs still able to kill it off. Back to grab it is Charis. Up for Rink. Justin Rink leaves it for Whiff. Swing and a miss from Seitz. Follow-up chance. Saved by Supp off the shot from Rink. Another one sent goalward. Coming from Whiff. Peter Supp staying on top of things. Denison plays it back out front. It is chipped forward. Knocked down by Charis. Reaching for it is Carper, and he blasts a Denison player down into the boards. That was Justin Rink taking the worst of the collision. Knocked over now is Hoff. Long pass snapped forward. Malone got a piece, no icing. Holmes out to play it dangerously. Sails around the window. Bulldogs will just opt to send it back into neutral ice. for Adam Hoff. Toto back for Hoff. Denison gets it. They look rink wide for Kresge. Do-si-do's in. Snaps one across the rink. Lewis grabs it. Now he has it pickpocketed by Hoover. Looking rink wide. Adam Hoff. Walking in his Hoff. Cuts back. O'Bricky turns. Tries to slam it by the left pad of Holmes, but no dice. Kept in by Adam Hoff. Denison finally gets it out, but Potts will airmail it back in the Denison end. Saucered forward, 5:52 left in the second. Still it's just 2-1, the same score we saw at the end of the first period. Bulldogs have had chances but can't find the twine. O'Rourke cutting into the slot. He's mobbed by Big Red players. Hoover along the boards. Smacked forward off the glove of Whip. Back in for the Bulldogs. Now with speed at Salerno. Opens up the slap shot and waffle boarded away by Supp. Passes behind Toto. Hoover is rocked from behind. Penalty upcoming to Denison. A dangerous hit in the numbers on Ryan Hoover. Didn't see the perpetrator. See who it is. James Patillo did the crime, and now he'll do the time. 2 minutes to be exact. Power play. Maybe a chance for Adrian to extend their lead. 5:08 left in the second. Power play unit consists of Supp, Mock, Nicholson, Cope, and Hoover. Cope across the ice to McGuire. A good move to beat one. Willie McGuire takes it in. Cope fires, tipped off the stick of a Denison player, namely Jeannot, who sends it into the near corner. 3v1 over there. Denison trying to hold it to the wall. Looking to kill as much clock as possible. Big Red killing lots of time. Cope trying to drag it onto his forehand, but it's stolen away. Maybe a break here. It's Seth Kaplan walking in. He scores! Tie game. All level at 2. A good defensive play from Kaplan leads to a good offensive play. We are all square at 2 apiece. Denison, shorthanded, gets on the board. Seth Kaplan, the freshman out of Summit, New Jersey, was off to the races as soon as he knocked it away from Cope and slotted it through the legs of Peter Supp. Makes it a tie game. Speaking of which, it is still a tie game in the Michigan State football game. 0-0 right now is the scoreline with 2 minutes 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter over at the Big House. We got 4 minutes 20 seconds left in the second period here at Arrington Ice Arena, and what is the most important game going on this Saturday night. Adrian College versus Denison University, who just leveled the score. Still a minute left on the Bulldog power play. They just conceded a shorthanded goal to Seth Kaplan. Malone looking top cheddar. Instead, came up with a fistful of air. Rang the iron. Sean Potts snaps it for Malone. Dropped for Greg O'Bricky, trying to slide it through Thomas Kresge. Denison tries to clear. Potts will keep it in. O'Connor winds, fires, rebound up front, they score! Moments after Denison tied the game, it's Greg O'Bricky. Bulldogs lead again. The freshman out of Trenton, Michigan, played for the Toledo Cherokee of the USPHL before his collegiate career began. An easy tap in off the rebound from the point shot from Anderson O'Connor. Greg O'Bricky makes it 3-2 Dogs. Goal number 3 for Adrian comes with 3:33 left in the second period. Imagine if it was the third period, that'd be a lot of threes. Denison back with it, looking up through neutral ice again. Cole Weber, another shot that just whizzed over the shoulder of Holmes. Whalen banks around for Salerno. Adrian has it, return to the point. Wide around the boards. Yamarino will collect. McGuire banks back for O'Rourke, a high shot that may have hit the helmet of Cole Weber. Friendly fire hitting Weber in the face. Whalen trying to find it. Instead, Benda will recover. Sends it down. This puck will settle just in front of the blue line. Those are the consequences of worn ice late on in the period. And Yamarino will take advantage. Walks in, fires. Oh, he hit the post. McGuire banging away at it. Glove down. Nicholson elevates. It's just wide. Back out. What a move from Benda to shake loose. Missed the net. Denison forwards. O'Rourke back around. Smacked forwards. Cleared well by Finn Lewis. The Let's Go Bulldogs chant arises from the pep band here on a Saturday night at Arrington Ice Arena. Whew. Brennan Holmes able to make the save a bit shakily. Yuri Sup will have a word with Brennan Holmes. The costume contest, as you may have heard over the PA system here tonight, will take place during this second intermission. Fans wearing their Halloween attire for tonight's game. As it's one back, stepping into this shot is Zach Skinner. I think Holmes got a blocker to it. Lifted out by Denison. Matthias Mock goes back to retrieve. Nicholson sends it rink wide, glove down in front, and skied over the net by Fisk, who already has a goal tonight. Denison keeps it in. Puck is sent across yet again. Lifted up in the air, maybe a break for Yuri Sup if he was able to find it. Instead, bounced over him. And if you're wondering, for you football fans out there, Michigan up 3-0 now at the Big House. Late in the first quarter, they kick a field goal coming from Jake Moody. Fisk looking to tie it up at a field goal apiece here in the hockey game. It's 3-2 Adrian right now. Bulldogs have the field goal. Denison only has a safety so far. Lifted forward by Kresge, colliding hard with Zach Skinner is Duncan Humphreys. Sent in front, oh, a dangerous chance that Justin Rink wasn't able to find. 40 seconds left in the second period. Stretch pass forwards, just out of reach for O'Connor. What a moment that would have been. O'Connor collided with. Walking behind the goal, he changes direction quickly. Here's O'Connor once more. Back for the defenseman, Hoff has his shot blocked. Toto trying to knock it forwards. Into the far corner, 20 seconds now. Losing it is Hoover. Seitz for Humphreys. Returning it backwards. It's whacked back along. Clobbered there is Adam Hoff. O'Connor sends it across. McGuire will just let the clock run out in this second period. And it's a second period where both teams scored a single goal. Bulldogs won the first period 2-1. Adrian wins the second period, second period is tied at 1 goal apiece, resulting in a 3-2 accumulated score after 2 periods of play. Calvin Keys with you on Adrian College TV. We will have third period action. There will indeed be a third period. And we'll have that in about 15 minutes' time. Please stay with us on Adrian College TV. More men's ACHA Division II ice hockey still to come.
as you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years. You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome back to the Arrington. Third period about to get underway. And here we go. Final 20 minutes. Bulldogs lead 3-2 over the Denison Big Red. See if they can maintain their lead. Had some struggles keeping a 2-goal lead last night in Newark, Ohio. Ended up falling in that game 5-4 in OT, as we've mentioned on numerous occasions. So the importance here is to extend the lead to safety and continue to play good team defense and get good goaltending from Peter Supp, who has been good so far tonight. Shots 36-13, heavily favoring Adrian, but still Denison has found 2 goals, but they trail by 1. Adrian up 3-2 as they look to move forwards. Yuri Supp collides with Oliver Jeannot. Jeannot has it now. Flip pass is intercepted by Nicholson out front for Mock. Tipped to the far corner. Stepping up, smacking it is Hoff. McGuire finds it. Has it taken by Fisk. Had the first goal of the night for Denison. Potts deflects it away. Second period goals coming shorthanded for Denison at the 15:37 mark. Seth Kaplan unassisted, made a good defensive play to knock it away from Potts. Sprung on the breakaway and then slotted it 5-hole on Peter Supp. And then Adrian answered to regain their 1-goal lead at the 16:27 mark. Greg O'Bricky tapping in the rebound off the shot from O'Connor. O'Connor and Potts on the assists for the goal from Greg O'Bricky in the second. So we stand at 3-2. Bulldogs have it in the offensive zone. McGuire giving chase. Wired by Cope. Looking to generate a redirect was Weber, who already had a goal in the first period. Marino out front. It's loose. Did Holmes stop it? Looks like he did. 18:03 left in the third period here at Arrington Ice Arena. And for those also monitoring college football, we've been giving updates on the big rivalry game, Michigan State. Michigan State took the lead during the intermission. They're up 7-3 now in the second quarter. Whalen moving forward. Now he'll cut backward. Banks it rink wide. Stepping up for it is Andre Benda. Turned aside by the right pad of Brennan Holmes. Humphreys trying to lift it out, but it's right into the outstretched arms of O'Bricky. Moves forward in a save in tight from Brennan Holmes on the freshman Sam Carper. The Hampton Roads Whalers junior product, Carper, out of Dayton, Ohio, thought that he had the Bulldogs' 4th goal of the night, but he thought wrong. Brennan Holmes robs him in tight. Left side draw. It's knocked forward right in front. Holmes will glove it again. O'Bricky tapped it through the legs of the opposing centerman and was in on goal. Again, Holmes being forced to put together some quality work. That is the 36th save he's made tonight, and we still have 17.5 minutes of hockey yet to be played. Keeping it in is O'Rourke, who surged forward. Long shot from Benda. It is knocked down by O'Bricky in front. Holmes is sprawled out for it. Hits the deck, makes the save. One poke too many from Dominic Malone. And Denison will gather to come to the defense of their goaltender, Brennan Holmes. Holmes is no Sherlock, but he sure solved the mystery of that shot on goal from Dominic Malone. Face-off upcoming in the offensive end. Sean Potts and Dominic Malone lead Adrian in the scoring department. Seth Kaplan leads the Big Red in scoring with now 20 points in just 11 games. Looking to roof it was Seth Kaplan. Puck goes out of play. See a face-off. Still in the Adrian end. Face-off will be Ryan Hoover versus Seth Kaplan. who had a shorthanded goal, not an easy feat to pull off in that second period. Knocked it away from Potts. He was home free and put it through the wickets on Peter Supp. Only 12 saves made by Peter Supp, the Czech goaltender. On the other hand, Brennan Holmes, Rhode Island native, has been hard pressed. 37 stops on 40 shots for the goaltender in red. Big red, that is. My, oh my, O'Connor just stood up Janot and knocked him on his backside. Hoover flipped across. Really good defensive play made by Kaplan, the center backtracking. Hits the deck now. They'll play it behind for Hoover. Ryan Hoover is damned behind the net. Squirts out. Toto across, a shot deflects behind the goal from Skinner, and they bang it home. Bounced off the end board, and Ryan Hoover opens the floodgates for the Bulldogs as they make it 4-2. Another look. Offensive persistence is the mantra for Brendan Wachter's side. Dogged determination as it takes a perfect bounce. The initial shot going behind the net, bounced perfectly to Hoover. No one there to guard him. Open net. You know what happens next. 4-2. Ironically, the same lead that Adrian had last night. Ended up giving up 3 unanswered to lose. So it's all hands on deck now for Adrian. The job is not finished. In the words of the great Kobe Bryant. Played forward, Justin Rink. In behind Potts, he's hit hard. Potts tied for the team lead on Adrian as a defenseman, who he has 10 points so far this year. Yuri Supp trying to poke it away from Duncan Humphreys, and now maybe a break here. Mock is one-on-one with Seitz. Matthias Mock waiting for help. Hits the deck as Seitz slid in. Falls to Nicholson, moves to the backhand. Slides across for Yuri Supp. Comes back for Nicholson. Point for Potts. Off the glove of Holmes. Kresge behind. Thomas Kresge. Banked for Seitz, taken by Potts. He'll wire it back in. For Griffin Clark to chase. Bounced over his stick. Whip up ahead. Turning on the Jets. Puck comes to Wraith. Sticked aside by Peter Supp. Brothers from Czech Republic teaming up on this Adrian squad. Yuri Supp is a forward and a grad student. And Peter Supp is a freshman. They turn it over. A chance in front. A tucked home. Thomas Wraith makes it a 4-3 game. Poor turnover from the Bulldogs proves costly. And Thomas Wraith, the sophomore forward out of Winnetka, Illinois, forehand, backhand, and tucks it home. What we didn't see on that replay was just an errant pass from a Bulldog defenseman that came directly into the path of Wraith. One back for Sean Potts. D-to-D for Hoff. It's really time to see what this Adrian team is made of. Can they maintain a lead? They struggled to do so this year. Only 2 losses, of course, to Denison and the University of Michigan early on in the season. But they've been inconsistent. Need a consistent last 14 and a half minutes of this third period. Hoover looking to provide that. Banging away is Clark. Right pad stop Holmes. Clark back with it again. McGuire trying to thread it back to the blue line. It's nudged out by Patillo. Smooth mitts from Hoff, who circles in his own end. Leaves for Potts. Sean Potts taking all the time in the world here. Content to wait until he's pressured, but fans on the breakout attempts. It's kept in by Humphreys initially. Now squirts out to center ice. Shot in from distance. Ooh, that had some mustard behind it. May have given Peter Supp a heart attack there, but ended up going wide. Potts Carper's chasing after it. Can he find it? He can. Sam Carper, is he in? Carper tries to pull it through. Ethan Whip, nothing doing. Good defensive effort from Denison. Back checking to shut it down. Malone keeps it in. Sam Carper having to fasten his helmet after he was taken down in the corner and given a rough ride by a big red player. Now forward for the defenseman Cope, who gets in on the rush. Awkward save made by Brennan Holmes, but he manages to fight the puck off. Another chance, backdoor, oh, it just bounced over the stick of Stephen Cope on the rebound. What an opportunity. Wraith trying to pull off the toe drag, but Cope wasn't buying what he was selling. Now it's sent Rick wide. Really good idea from Kaplan. Things heating up here in the third period at Arrington Ice Arena on the campus of Adrian College. Bulldogs versus Big Red, ACHA Men's Division II Ice Hockey. Cope will dump in, give Malone a chance to tag up. Discipline is going to be paramount. Adrian struggled with taking penalties this year. Also have to avoid turnovers in your own end. Two things that have been the bane of their existence so far this season. Back up for Hoover. Slides one across just inside the blue line where it'll be hammered down low by Toto. Denison picks it back up. It's Kaplan. Seth Kaplan touches it forward. Benda. Toto. Hoover trying to get it out. It's kept in initially by Kresge. Now Hoover will get it clear. Play was almost offsides there. Kaplan, he's dragged down. No penalty upcoming. Looks like it might have been a hook against Adrian. They dodge a bullet. Hoover down low looking for Nicholson. Pass is intercepted by Kresge, who will go for a skate. Whacks it below the goal line as Hoover is tangled up with Kaplan. Goes off for a change. Another shot that's blockered aside by Peter Supp. Denison's head coach Jeff German is incensed as Hoover gave Kaplan a rough ride right in front of the Denison bench. Nicholson chasing. Good persistence by the Big Red despite being outshot and outchanced. They've stayed with the game. But now it's slid across. Top cheddar. Yuri Supp. A pivotal goal to extend the lead for Adrian from the Czech Republic with love. Yuri Supp slides it across. A great feed. Picks his spot. Good assist from Hoover. Played it through the stick of the Denison defenseman. And with exactly 11 minutes left in the game, Bulldogs are back up to a 2-goal lead. Yuri Supp to take the faceoff now against Wraith. So Denison got the first goal of this third period. Now the Bulldogs will answer. Yuri Supp. Both Supp brothers making a difference. Yuri scores a goal. Peter's been making saves. Let's keep it going, Adrian. Bulldogs bounce it out. Looks like a penalty against the Big Red. I think it has something to do with a hit that was laid down low. Seth Kaplan makes the lonely trudge to the sin bin. And it's charging against Kaplan. Michigan leading 10-7 now at the Big House in the big game over Michigan State. Bulldogs leading 5-3, and now they go to the power play. Big chance here to extend the lead. They're up by 2. Can they make it 3 as a hush falls over the crowd curiously? It's won back by Denison. Giving the puck a ride along the wall was Whalen, kept in well this time by O'Connor. Potts finds his bearings. Now he'll skate on ahead. Sean Potts set in front, pass Malone. Holmes will cover. O'Bricky and Malone both waiting in the wings for any sort of a loose puck. Brennan Holmes won't give him the chance. 10-17 left in the third. 45 shots for the Bulldogs, 18 for the Big Red. $1:37 left on the Adrian power play. Face-off is tied up. Swooping in is Carper, sends it across to Preston Fisk in a red uniform. Shoots it down. Played forward for Carper. Sam Carper walking in, fires one that may have grazed off the waffle board of Holmes. Sean Potts, Dominic Malone returns to Potts. Fires a shot, bounces out in front. O'Bricky will pick it up. Malone, Potts. O'Connor back for Potts. Oh, that just skittered by the left post. Holmes was all over the place that time. Carper. Now Malone. O'Bricky will skip by a checker, returns for Potts, who leaves it for Carper. Wires a shot, a great shot block by Oliver Janot. Can he get it out? He can't. Janot hobbled, finally skips outside the Denison blue line. PK unit will change for Denison. Bulldogs send it up quickly. Malone. 20 seconds left in the penalty to Seth Kaplan. Potts has to race back. Hard contact on Ethan Whip, who falls down to the ice in a heap. Potts crosses over the red line. Whacked across. Will Nicholson. Backhand, toe drag, backhand chance. Went off the top of the plexiglass. That would have been a highlight reel goal. But it's turned over by Potts. Seth Kaplan out of the box and nearly on the board, just over the crossbar. Will Nicholson dances in, trying to drive wide, put a move on Kresge. He's bumped into the wall. Nicholson has really turned it on this weekend. He's been superb. 4 goals, including the hat trick yesterday. Just one today, but still a significant one. Holmes covered it. A whack after the whistle from Yuri Sup. That'll draw the ire of the red sweaters around him. We're back at even strength after Denison able to successfully kill the penalty to Kaplan. 47-18, the shots in Adrian's favor. Sup. Tied up with Wraith at the dot. Holmes the stop. Airmailed out by Fisk. Kicked forward soccer style by Skinner. And I guess Adrian couldn't get out of the O-zone. So it's offsides. Thanks again for joining us here on Adrian College TV. Broadcast brought to you exclusively by Adrian College students here on our YouTube channel. Be sure to follow us on all our social media at Adrian College TV, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course TikTok. Can't forget about TikTok. Sent back door dangerously. Peter Sup sprawling out. Denison couldn't find the finishing touch as waiting back door was Preston Fisk, but they turn it over. Will Nicholson in the spin cycle, looking for Mock. Hard contact, knocks over Kresge with force. Squirts out for Cope, turns, fires off the backside of Fisk. Diving out is Holmes. Players will gather. Tempers flaring. Bulldogs have to be on their best behavior. Can't take a penalty at this stage. Up by 2 with 7:30 to go, but still a lot of hockey left. After this game, Adrian will host Illinois State next weekend for back-to-back contests on Friday and Saturday. Both of those games at Arrington Arena will be broadcast right back here on Adrian College TV. McGuire versus Rink is the face-off. Yamarino charges in to take it. Knocked in deep by Weber, who has a goal this evening. Yamarino looking to turn. Returns to the point. Hoff. Potts ramped off a stick high in the air. off the twig of whip, can be fielded by McGuire. Maybe he was a baseball player back in high school or something like that. Certainly looked like it, had the form down perfectly. Potts below the goal line to grab it as he's bumped by Humphreys. Weber meets a roadblock, but swooping in to grab the puck is McGuire. Opening up, waiting for help. William McGuire angled to the boards, high flip. Yamarino couldn't knock it down. Jeannot turning forward, high chip off the window pane. Race for it. Whip will get there, sends in front. Pass is cut off by Hoff. Has put on a good performance so far tonight. Potts looking to bank it out. Instead, it's held in by Lempia. Deflection in front. Potts. Weber angles on for McGuire, who's got wheels. Willie tries to work it by Oliver Jeannot. Yamarino gives a forearm shiver to Lempia. Cope smacks at it in front. Marino, he scores! 6-3 Bulldogs. The captain leading by example. Don't know if it was an intended pass, whizzing in from Potts, but Yamarino, or excuse me, that was Cope who smacked it towards the goal, but Yamarino collected it and then moved over to the forehand, tucked it by Holmes. 6-3 Adrian, big goal from the captain. We'll get a face-off at center ice, or perhaps not. Timeout called by Jeff German. He'll take a chance to talk with his team as we'll head over to a momentary commercial break. Stay tuned for the stunning conclusion.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Back at Arrington Ice Arena, where recently the Bulldogs extended their lead 2-3. Up 6-3, Dominic Yamarino getting on the board. 3-goal lead for the Dogs. Adrian fell to this Denison team 5-4 last night in OT. Really wanted to strike back with a win here today. And they look on track to do that. Still work to be done. Knocked forward. Denison moving the other direction. Cope moving back for it. Pressured by Fisk. Sweeping after the puck is Thomas Wraith. And hit hard is Ryan Hoover. Lowering the boom is Seth Kaplan. Had a shorty in the second period. Looking to move it out. Hoover. Turning. Looking. Loses it. Falls to the ice. Taken by Fisk. Already has a goal today. Cope lifts out. Glove down well by Salerno. Otherwise, O'Connor may have been off to the races. Through the slot. O'Connor back up ahead. Sincere Toto. One-on-one. Toto has it knocked away. Diving play made by Kresge. Superman style. Still it's in the slot. Bulldogs jab it forward. Toto trying to find it. O'Connor, Hoover, bowls over. Thomas Kresge, it's set in front again, sticked away by Holmes. Shot deflects below the goal. Less than 5 minutes to go in the game. Shots a whopping 50 to a measly 19 in favor of the home team. The Bulldogs, it's coughed up. O'Connor tickles the twine. Anderson O'Connor. 7-3 Bulldogs. Denison trying to work the breakout. Looked to clear instead. It's coughed over right to O'Connor. Perfect scoring chance in the high slot. And O'Connor beats Holmes to the glove hand. 51st shot of the night for Adrian led to their 7th goal of the game. Adrian up, a touchdown to a field goal against Denison. They've struck back with a vengeance. Look like they could be en route for a victory. Potts clears it out. O'Bricky couldn't reach it. Cheris left it for Patillo. Shoots in. Potts back for it. Turns, rims it around. Sam Carper. Oh, tried a silky move. Dangerous play there. Turns over to Denison. They'll head up the gut. Janot had his stick lifted. O'Bricky can't find the puck, and he tabletops a Denison Big Red player. James Patillo. And it looks like it'll be a penalty. Greg O'Bricky couldn't find the puck, finally found it in his skates, and as he was approached by a Denison player, ducked down low and virtually flipped him over. What a hit. They're going to call it for a trip, when in fact, O'Bricky had the puck. Looked like a trademark Scott Stevens hip check to me. But again, they're not paying me to ref the game, so I'll just continue to call it. Bulldogs shorthanded. Chance for Denison to try to climb back however they can. It's loose in front, moving in front. Left pad stop from Supp on Preston Fisk. Bulldogs look to wire it out, but it banks back into the hands of Kresge. Janot, point shot off the chest of Peter Supp, who clears it out. Janot back to retrieve. 3:30 left in the game. Denison up 5 skaters to 4 right now, but down 7 goals to 3. Kresge weaves in, shoots it around. Cope. Woo. Sent a rocket up into outer space, hit a banner. Draw will stay in the Adrian zone. .3:11 to go in the third, 1:16 left on the Denison power play. Bulldogs looking to close out the bounce back win after they blew a late lead and lost in OT. All signs point to a feel-good victory here on Hollow Weekend on Adrian's campus. Lots of fans wearing their costumes here tonight. It's been a fun one. ACHA Men's Division II Hockey. Bulldogs and the Big Red going to battle. You just missed it. Greg O'Bricky is in the box for perhaps one of the best hip checks I've ever seen. Got called for tripping somehow. Played back out front, squirts out a shot that went off the glove of Supp and went off the netting on top of the goal, inches away for Oliver Janot. It comes back to him again. Janot shot is eaten right up by Cole Weber and Willie McGuire. Racing back the other way. McGuire, still McGuire, tried to slide it across. It was wide. Potts. Benda. Unfortunate last name to have as a hockey player. Holmes. For Rink. Rink does well to clear it here. Or rather, that was Whip with the effort. Still Ethan Whip. Walking in, fires, blocker save. Peter Supp saw through the screen and made the stop. Plastered to the glass is Salerno by O'Bricky, who just recently got out of the box. We're at even strength. $1:35 left in the hockey game. Bulldogs lead 7-3. Sincere Toto will send it into the bench. Crowd up in the WOW Cafe, getting into it. The WOW Warriors, as they call themselves, bring a home ice advantage to every hockey game for Adrian College. Fans having a good time up there, heckling the Denison bench. Big Red move it forward. Nicholson will turn. Saucered. Great pass from Mock. Forward is Yuri Sup. Oh, he is leveled by the shoulder of Salerno, who will play it around the dasher. Potts up for it. Plays out in front, a chance. Matthias Mock, and it's in. That's 8. I think it was Matthias Mock who got the last touch. He'll lead the handshake line. It is indeed Mock. Mock and Yuri Sup were both banging away at it. What a feed by Yuri Sup to play it to his countryman, Matthias Mock. It just trickled by Brennan Holmes. Surely that'll do it. Bulldogs up 5. They lead 8-3. 1:03 left in this third period. It looks as if it'll be another Bulldog victory tonight at the Arrington Ice Arena. Adrian has bounced back in a massive way. Goals coming around the board. I believe it is 8 different goal scorers for Adrian tonight. Bit of a stoppage here. We'll finally have the draw and the conclusion of this game. I'd be shocked if things didn't boil over here in the late stages. Teams aren't too fond of each other at this stage of the game. Skinner snapping it across. Stepping up to try and hit McGuire was Cheris. Now Yamarino will return the favor to Lucas Cheris. Skinner snapped forward. Angled on by Weber. Played on by Denison. They go offside. Finn Lewis headed in ahead of Charlie Whalen. Face-off coming up in the neutral zone. 32 seconds left. Willie McGuire opposing Thomas Wraith on the draw. McGuire wins it back cleanly for Skinner, banked on ahead. Final 30 seconds. It's been a great night to be a Bulldog. For the Big Red, they'll have the 3-hour drive home to think about this one. Trying to find some consolation, and they do. Thomas Wraith makes it 8-4 in the late stages. Denison never says die. 16 seconds left. They bang it home. Driving wide initially. They sent it back out in front. Loose puck, and Thomas Wraith elevates over Peter Sup to make it 8-4. Usually a 4-goal game leads to a victory, but in this case, since Adrian scored 8, they will end the night on top as they return it back for Stephen Cope. We'll head back into his own zone. That'll just about do it for this one. Peter Sup puts the finishing touches on the Bulldog win. They take it 8-4. The ACHA men's Division II hockey team will improve to 6-2 on the season as they split the weekend series with Denison University. Thank you for tuning in to Adrian College TV. For our entire crew, I'm Calvin Keys. Have a great Saturday night.
Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.